everybody, and welcome to this interactive webinar with Mentimeter. So happy to see that a lot of you already have joined this presentation here. If you haven't already, now is a great time to take your phone, go to Menti.com, as we can see up here, Menti.com, and use this code 9970125, and let me know where you're from. I see we have people from all over the world here. We have Germany, Deutschland, Denmark, Belgium, Serbia, the Czech Republic, Alingsås, Moscow, Beijing, Minnesota, and Romania, Ireland, New York. The list keeps on growing. Very nice to see all of you here. Once again, this will be an interactive webinar where I will be asking you questions throughout the webinar, and you will also be able to ask me questions, and Rebecca is with us. So you can go to Menti.com and use the code up here. If you don't have a phone, you can open a new tab on your browser and you go to Menti.com. Wonderful. This cloud is growing here. I've also put on, just so you know, the comments from audience here. You'll see this little icon here. And if you'd like, you could just send me a comment. If you'd like to say hello, we got an amazing there. Wonderful. Maybe if you want to say hello in your own language, that would be really fun to see. I see we have so many countries here, so many languages. So go to Menti.com and submit here. We're getting one here. Hello. Wonderful. Let's see what we have. Bonjour. Beautiful. Hi, Oscar. Hello there. Dia Duit, Irish. Oh, Gila As, I can't read. I think that's Greek. Salute. Beautiful. Everybody, I think it's time to get started. This is a getting started interactive live webinar with Mentimeter. We're getting some more here. Henchi, salve. Beautiful. We will run through the basics here in Mentimeter and how to use it here. Another one, ciao there. I see I'm getting some thumbs up here, and that's perfect. If you haven't already, remember to go to Menti.com, use the code up here, 9970125 to connect to the presentation. Hey, we have some Swedes here as well. So before we get going, have your smartphone ready. Feel free to write Rebecca in the chat. Rebecca, are you with us here as well?
Hello, I'm here, you guys. I can already see that the chat is very active, a lot of interaction. So don't hesitate to keep this going and ask me any urgent questions.
Wonderful. And finally, this webinar is being recorded. So if you are missing anything, if something was unclear, you will be sent this webinar and you can watch it again afterwards. Actually, I think this website that you're on now, you'll be able to see the replay directly. With that said, we have some hearts, we have some thumbs up and a cat. It is time to get going. So a quick introduction of me. My name is Oscar Svernlov. I am the community content creator at Mentimeter. That means that I create content and webinars and YouTube videos here at Mentimeter. Nice, thank you very much. I'm getting some hearts here. I am the quiz host here. I do webinars. If you are interested in learning more about our webinars and quizzes, you can always go to Mentimeter.com/webinars to check that out. And I obviously love Mentimeter, and I also enjoy spicy food. Thank you for this webinar. Great to meet you guys as well. Very nice. We seem to have a quite active crowd today. As Rebecca said earlier, you guys are awake in the chat and also in Mentimeter. Yes, and I do love spicy food. I think I have chili on almost everything I eat. All right, folks, before we get into it, I also want to take a look at today's agenda. So what are we going to talk about today? First up, we're going to look at what Mentimeter is. I know a lot of people might have seen Mentimeter, some of you might have used it, but we're going to run through the basics and see what that is. We're going to look at creating your first presentation. So I'm going to walk you through Wow, we're getting a lot of thumbs up here. That's nice to see. Very, very active crowd. That's very fun. We're going to look at creating our first presentation. So I'll take you through the basics and do it from scratch, how to build a presentation just like the one we're seeing here. We're going to look at some question types, their uses, and finally there will be a Q&A session. I have activated here just to show you, if you're on Menti.com here using that code, right, 99125, you'll be able to hit open Q&A here, okay? And there you can submit a question to me, and I'll take a look at that at the end of the webinar. Wonderful, 19 thumbs up here, and I think it's time for my first question to you guys, or actually second. I asked you where you're from, but I also would love to know if you have used Mentimeter before. So let me know. Once again, go to Menti.com, use the code 9970125, and let me know if you have used Mentimeter before. This is going to be very interesting to see. Okay, I see here that we have about 15% who, or 13%, who have used Mentimeter several times. They're super presenters even. We have 30%, about a third of you use it just once. 23% have only voted on a presentation, and I can see here that 33% are saying nope. Well, I actually have good news for you 33%ers. You actually have used Mentimeter now. You have gone to Menti.com, used the code up here, and submitted your answer. That counts as using Mentimeter, obviously as an audience member, right? But today we're going to look at how to present as well. Getting some love from the comments as well. 125 people have joined this presentation. That's really nice to see. I see that we have a bit more in the chat or in the live storm, so 164. So once again, feel free to join this presentation. Somebody's liking the GIFs here, or the GIFs. Nice. And this is just for you also to know, a very, very powerful use case for Mentimeter right here, right? I am interacting with you guys. I'm asking if you used Mentimeter before, and you can tell me, and this gives me an overview of my audience, right? I can see here that some of you have used it just once, several times, but the majority have only voted and no. For nobody has actually answered what Mentimeter is here. But I'm actually going to go ahead and answer that question just to clarify exactly what Mentimeter is, because I know we have a lot of different approaches to the app. But basically what Mentimeter is, it's an interactive presentation platform that allows you to prepare powerful presentations and pre-surveys. It allows you to engage with your audience with interactive questions and quizzes. Amazing indeed. And we can see that interaction happening here, right? I have the comments on, the thumbs. If I want that, I can also ask questions, engaging my audience. And finally, it allows me to follow up on my presentations by distributing them and collecting feedback. Now, I think it's important to remember that Mentimeter is not only, you know, a word cloud tool, but it is this full interactive platform, which allows you to not only prepare before a session, but allows you to engage during a session, and of course, follow up. I see we have a lot of hearts, thumbs, and of course, cats here. Once again, happy to have this very active audience with me today. I have one more question for you. I would love to know, before we get started with creating a presentation, I would love to know, what will you be using Mentimeter for? We have some fire coming in here. Let me know what you'll be using it for. Will it be education? Will it be training sessions, workshops, meetings or team management? All of the above, or quizzes, or conferences, or large events? Beautiful. We're getting a lot of dots here. Nice to see. Once again, to answer this question, go to Menti.com, use the code up here, Menti.com, and use the code 9970125. So come and join and let me know what you'll be using Mentimeter for. Beautiful. I can see here that we have 38 of you are going to use it for workshops. 33 are doing training sessions. Education. Let's see if I can just go ahead. I'm just going to quickly go and change. We can't really see here, I realized. I'm actually going to go and just change this real quick so we can see. If I change that, does that help? There we go. Yes. So I can see that 64 of you are going to use it for education. Wonderful. We have a lot of teachers with me here today. I've actually used it myself for teaching before working at Mentimeter. So it's a great tool for that. 35 training sessions, workshops as well. Absolutely great for brainstorming, great for getting a group together. Meetings, team management, absolutely. I can see that we have 13 people using it for all of the above. That's a lot of fun to see. 2 have answered other. Please let me know in the comments here in Mentimeter what that other is. Send me a comment. It'd be lovely to see what you guys are using it for. We have some quizzers, and we have also the conferences or large events. Wonderful. So this gives me a very nice overview of my audience to see here that we have a lot of teachers, but also a lot of training sessions, workshop people, and of course some in meetings and team management. Wonderful. With this said, I think it is time to go ahead and create a presentation. That's right, folks. We are now going to create a presentation from scratch. Here we have a comment first. Gathering responses from a research focus group. That's a really good use case as well. Very interesting. Nice to hear about that. Once again, there are many use cases for Mentimeter, and today we're going to look at a few here. So let's go ahead and create our first presentation. And what I want to do for this is I'm actually going to go out of this presentation. We'll get back to this, okay? We'll come back to this. So you can leave your phones on just like this, right? But I'm going to go out of this presentation. And I'm going up here to open a new tab. And I'm going to go to Mentimeter.com. Okay, you have all gone to menti.com, which is also a valid website, but that is if you're going to vote. If you're going to present, you want to go to Mentimeter.com. And this takes you to the website. There are a lot of nice things for you to find here, more inspiration. If I go down here, just before we do our presentation, go to the bottom here, and then take a look at these resources here. Here's just a tip for you. Here you'll be able to find a bunch of really nice resources. We have our blog. We have ready-to-go templates that you can use. A lot of inspiration here. So just as a tip to check out our resources on the bottom of the page. But we're not going to look at that now. We are going to go and create our first presentation. So I obviously want to go to my presentations up here. I'm already logged in, but if you're not logged in, you will log in or sign up here. So I'm going to click that. And this takes me to my presentations, okay? So as we can see here, you have all of the presentations that you have made here in a nice list. A quick note is that everything in Mentimeter is saved automatically, so you don't need to press save anywhere. You can just create your presentations and they will show up here. You could put them in folders if you'd like that as well. Here I have a folder, and here I have a presentation. And you do that by clicking new folder here, but I'm actually going to go now and create a new presentation. So I'm going to click that, and here I can choose my presentation name. I might do my first presentation. And then I'm going to go ahead and create that presentation. So now we are finally home. This is where the magic happens, folks. As we can see here, we are now in the editor view of Mentimeter. To your right, you will have all of your slides come up here. This is also where we're going to add a new slide if we want to do that. In the middle here, you'll be able to see the preview of your slide. And to the right here, we have all of our question types here. We have the multiple choice, word cloud, scales. We have the quiz, content slides as well. Now, I will only have time to look at a couple of these, but I highly recommend you to go to Mentimeter.com, log into your own account, and just explore this and have fun with it. If you've used PowerPoint, if you use Google Slides, any of those presentation platforms before, this should be very easy to learn. If you need help, you can always hover over these question marks here, and you'll be able to see what these slides are about. Finally, if we go up to the corner here, right-hand corner, we're going to have our present button, which we are going to use when we present our presentations. And finally here we have also the share button. We'll take a look at that also, what that is, but that is when you want to share it with your audience. So let's go ahead and create our first question. I'm going to go here and I'm going to select the word cloud question type. And I'm going to click that. And as we can see here, we have a word cloud question. And what this allows me to do is I can ask any open question. So here underneath your question, I'm going to write my question. I might do here, how are you feeling today? Underneath here, I can choose entries per participant. I might just do one here. I think we just need to know how everybody's doing. And I am now ready to present my word cloud. And I'm going to go up here to present, as we know. I'm going to click that, and this takes me to the full screen. And this is what you're going to use when you are presenting your Mentimeter presentation. We're going to take a look at how to do it remotely. It's very, very simple. You simply need to share your screen, but this is the present view. So if I go out of it, I press escape and the edit view, and then when I want to present, I go up here to the present. So this is what it will look like. I also have a little extra feature for you here. If you press K on your keyboard, and press K, this will take me to all of the keyboard shortcuts in Mentimeter, and this is super useful to be able to navigate your presentation. So here we can do a bunch of things, right? We can do the navigation, go to the next slide by using these buttons. We can close or show the voting, and then we also have this one, which is the show the test votes. This is super nice. I'm actually going to try that one now. I'm going to press T, and as we can see here, we get our test votes. And this is super powerful in the way that you can see what your presentation will look like. So here we get a bunch of words that come in. These are not saved anywhere. You saw this actually in action before when I did the when I asked you where you're from. So I'm going to close that. I'm going to go back to the edit view here. I'm going to actually go ahead and I'm going to add a new slide up here. And this time I'm going to add a multiple choice question. So I'm going to click that. And the multiple choice question is another very useful one. You saw this in action as well. This allows me to ask my audience a question, and they can answer with one of these options here. So I might do, how many cups of coffee do you drink each day? Just an icebreaker question, right? And here then I can choose my options and write them. I can go ahead and add another option if I would like that. I'll do that, and then I can fill in. I'll do 1, or actually 0, 1, 2, 3, and then let's do 4 or more. And then I hit click there, and now I'm ready to present my presentation again, right? So once again, we're going to go up to present. Just look at how this looks with the test votes. And as we can see, we get these wonderful pillars here with the answers. And this is a super nice, get a very nice visualization, right, of what your crowd thinks of certain. And once again, as we saw earlier in the use cases, you can ask any question here, right? You can put in any open question and have the options here. Same thing with the word cloud over here. If I'm going to click on that, you can ask, it's a great brainstorming tool as well. Like, what do you know about this subject, or do you have any ideas on our next project, for example? I want to show you another cool thing with the multiple choice. I'm going to add another slide. I'm going to choose the multiple choice again. And here, once again, the code is up here, but I don't need you to go in on this just because this is a test presentation. I don't need you to vote here. So here I'm going to ask a different question. I'm going to ask what is important when leading a project. And then I'll do time management, people, skill, or let's do managing people, having good ideas. So this is just an example question, right? Here, I'm asking a question, and I might go down, and here it might not be very, very clear if one of these is correct. So what I can do is I can go down here, and I can go to let participants choose multiple options. Okay, so I'm going to hit that, and then here I can choose how many options they can select. So here I might do 2. Okay, and this allows for a little bit more variety in when you're asking questions, right? So here I can ask a question, and then you can answer, 1 or 2. Let's take a look at how that looks again. There we go. We're getting them. Also, if you go here to result layout, you can change the layouts of your presentation. So here you can have a donut, or maybe do the pie. I like that one. You also saw earlier the dots here that I like. That's a nice visualization, especially if you have a lot of answers, right? So that is the multiple choice. Another thing, if I'm going to go here and just show you with the multiple choice, what you can do is you can actually add images, and this is super useful if you want to create more interactivity. So either I can go here and I can add an image to the options, or I can go here and add an image to the side of the question. So for example, I might do this: which one is cutest? Okay, and this might sound a little weird, but I'm actually going to go and select this little button here with the image. I'm going to click that, and here we can either upload our own images, or we can go to the image library, and here you can search and use, I don't know how many thousands of pictures, all for free. So I might do here, I'll do kitten. Let's select that one. And here I can zoom in a little bit on the kitten, and I'm going to save. And then I'm going to write here kitten, and then I'll do a puppy. And here, once again, click on this little icon. Does it work? Okay, click on it again. There we go. And I'm going to do image library. I'm going to do puppy. And we'll do this one. That looks cute. I'm going to select save, and here I'm going to go ahead and delete this third option because I just want 2, right? I'm going to go up to present again. I'm going to click there, and I'm going to press the test votes, and as we can see, we get these nice visualizations, and the questions will show up in the phone as well. So this was just a couple of ideas on our interactive questions. We've looked at the word cloud here. We've looked at the multiple choice. We have a bunch of different interactive questions that you can use. We also have the Q&A. We're going to look at that a bit later when you guys answer or ask me questions. And once again, I really recommend you to go in and just look at these questions and play around with them, see what works for you. Another one of my personal favorites is the scales question, right? And here, I redid that one way. I'm going to do this to multiple choice. I'm going to add another slide here, and I'm going to go over, I'm going to choose scales. And this is super cool. What the scales question type allows you to do is it allows you to it allows the audience to reflect on some statements. So this is great towards the end of your session, right? You might ask, rate the following. And then here I have my statements. How about this? Please rate this section. And then I'll do my statements, and I'll do it was relevant. I learned something new. It was fun. Okay. So here we have three statements. I'm going to scroll down here, and I'm going to go to custom low label. Here we have strongly disagree. Maybe not strongly. I might just do disagree here, and we can do agree. And then you can change this to whatever you want. And low value 1, maybe we'll do a high value. Let's put that up to 10. And now what we can see here is that when the audience answers, we will be able to see the scales here on what people think. And this is super nice, not only for you as a presenter to see if your audience has learned anything and to get feedback, but also for your audience to reflect. And this is super great for teachers out there, also workshop and management, to have this at the end of a session and have the audience reflect. And it could be this session, it could be reflect on the week or on the year or whatnot. Before we have some more time, before we move on into the Q&A part, I just want to show you something super useful in Mentimeter, which is I'm going to go ahead and going to add a new slide. And we're going to go to the content slides, okay? Now, a lot of people know Mentimeter because of the interactivity, but it is possible to create full, proper presentations directly in Mentimeter using these content slides. And I'm going to show you how that works. We have a bunch of options here. We have the heading, we have a paragraph, bullet points, and you can even upload your own images. So I'm going to go ahead and let's do heading here. So here's a slide with a heading, and here I can do up here, I'm going to write my first presentation. And then here I can do a subheading if I want, welcome. And here I can actually add an image, okay? And I can click that, and I can either upload my own image, or here I can find one from Unsplash. Let's do this one. That looks nice and inspirational. And as we can see now, we have this nice image in our presentation as a heading. I can go up here to customize, and I can use our newly released layouts to change the layout. So I could put it as a background if I want that. I could put it to the side if I like that, or the other side. So there's a lot of customization options here, right? And you can add your own images as well. I could go to advanced layouts here, and I could even change the size of that picture. So very cool. This is a newly released feature in Mentimeter. So definitely recommend you checking out by going to customize on the content slides. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to move this one up because I want to put it first, right? And then I have this, and I'm going to add another slide. And this time, I'm going to add the bullet slides. Now, these are super cool as well, because what this allows you to do is it allows you to put up bullets, and they come up one by one. So I might do today's program, and then I can do introduction, meet the team, live Q&A. Here, once again, I can also add an image if I would like this. Maybe let's do a GIF here, see if we have something fun. I'll throw this little, is this a dog or is it a bear? I'll chop out the TikTok, I don't need that. And I can save that. And then we have a little picture there. It looks nice. You can customize this, you know, make it bigger, make it smaller, put it as a background. Maybe I don't need it there. And when you go to present here, they will, these bullets will come up one by one as you present. So it's super nice. We can also, I'm going to go ahead and add another slide. You can also add videos directly in Mentimeter, and they'll play. You can add images. You know, you can upload an image from your computer, and this could be, you know, parts of another presentation if you want to add that. Also, if you're using PowerPoint already or other presentation platforms, in our paid plans, it is possible to import PowerPoint slides to your Mentimeter presentation. And this is super cool if you want to have, you know, your PowerPoint presentation, but also keep that interactivity with Mentimeter. So I don't have time to show you that now. I think Rebecca might send you a video in the chat that you can look on how to do that. But it is possible to import PowerPoint into Mentimeter. And finally, as we know, these beautiful reactions that we've used, let me just throw an image in here just quickly. Let's do the mountains here. Gonna save that. These reactions that you've seen, you know, the thumbs up and the heart and the cat, you can find here in the content slides, as we saw here. So if you go to the content slides for the paragraph, bullets, video, you'll be able to add these reactions. You can have a heart, you can have a question mark if you like, thumbs up, thumbs down, cat. I know some people, I know Rebecca, you like to use these as like a tempo adjustment. So, you know, if the speed is good, you give a thumbs up. If you're going too fast, thumbs down and whatnot. So these are up to you how you use the reactions. Finally, you could go over here to the right-hand side here and, of course, arrange your slides in any order you'd like. If you import a presentation from Mentimeter or PowerPoint to Mentimeter, you can arrange them here as well. And then when you're ready to go, you simply go up to, you select the first one here, my first presentation, and you go up and you present. And this will allow you to present your presentation. You can move along using the buttons here. You have your introduction. You ask the crowd how you're feeling today. Oh, I see some people got in already to this one. And finally, regarding the code, I've hid the code here because I don't need you to come in. But if your audience wants to join the presentation, they'll be able to see the code up top here on your presentations. So every time you create a new slide, if I go here and I add a slide, I'll do another word cloud, you'll see that the code will show automatically. All right, folks, that was a short but sweet introduction to, I'm going to go delete that slide over here, press delete, to how to create your presentation in Mentimeter. We will now move on. We have a bit time left. We're going to look at the questions from the audience. So we're actually going to go back. We're getting some amazing here. We're going to go back now to 9970125 and